Solve the system. All right, so this system of nonlinear equations has this xy term, which is kind of a little uncomfortable to work with. So what we want to do is eliminate it. We'll use elimination to get rid of it and then see what happens after that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the first equation, x squared minus xy plus x is equal to negative 4. And I think I'm going to multiply it by negative 2. This will lead to this as an answer, right? It'll be negative 2x squared positive 2xy minus 2x is equal to positive 8. And then if I take the second equation and put it underneath there, I'll have 3x squared minus 2xy minus 2x is equal to 4. When I add the equations then, I'm going to get just x squared, right? These guys cancel out. I'll have minus 4x is equal to 12. Now that's a quadratic equation which I can solve. So let's bring that over here and solve it. We'll have x squared minus 4x. If I bring the 12 to the side, it'll become negative 12 is equal to 0. So let's try to factor this if possible, right? Are there factors of 12 that subtract to give you 4? I think so. I think 6 and 2 will do that for us, right? And we want to make sure that the middle term is negative, so I'll make it minus and plus. That'll ensure we have a negative 12 and a negative 4x in the middle. So then x minus 6 should be equal to 0, and x plus 2 should be equal to 0. So x will be equal to 6, or x is equal to negative 2. So we have two x values. Now using these two x values, let's go ahead and evaluate them in the equation to see what happens to y. So for example, in the first equation, if I put 6 in, I'll have 6 squared minus 6y plus 6 is equal to negative 4. So I substituted in 6 for each x value. 6 squared is 36 minus 6y plus 6 is equal to negative 4. So 36 and 6, of course, make 42 minus 6y is equal to negative 4. Then bring the 42 over to this side to make it minus 42. And you'll have negative 6y is equal to negative 46. Then divide everything by negative 6. And you'll get the answer that y is equal to, and all we can do here is reduce, right? So 2 goes into both of these numbers. I'll have 23 thirds. All right, so that's one y value, and that was when x is equal to 6. So that will give us the point. Let's keep a note of this. 6 comma 23 thirds. All right, from there, let's go ahead and see what happens if x is equal to negative 2. So we can use the same equation again. We'll say negative 2 quantity squared minus a minus 2 y minus 2 is equal to negative 4. So that'll give you 4 plus 2y minus 2 is equal to negative 4. So 4 minus 2, of course, gives you just 2. So we'll have 2y plus 2 is equal to negative 4. And therefore 2y, if we bring this over, becomes a negative 2 on that side, is equal to negative 6. So finally, y is equal to negative 3 after you divide both sides by 2. Now remember where that came from. That came from plugging in x is equal to negative 2. We got y of negative 3. So that's another point that's a solution. All right, so those are our solutions. Negative 2 comma negative 3 and 6 comma 23 thirds.